And we are live.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back. Those of you watching the replay, everybody, I know I haven't been live in a while, but I will never miss a ladies' night so much as I can help it. Let me go ahead and play the intro, and we will be right back. So we're going to talk about some hot topics. Yes, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Cups of Conversations, Peace, Love, Really Be TV. I'm going to drop their links in the chat in a second here, but just thank you for all your support, everybody. Sincerely, Saida. Welcome, Jack. So glad to have you, Cool Gamer. We're going to get into these topics, and trust me, we're not going to hold you more than an hour tonight. So, shout out to Wendy Williams for her gossip culture and, you know, making us all love hot topics. Okay, so
Yeah.
the first, right?
All right. Shout out to my cousin Wendy.
Shout out to her, and shout out to you, Peace, for sharing her new Instagram. Because all of her
Right.
stuff got deleted.
Right.
Yep. She has a new podcast, Instagram
That's
channel or page. Yeah.
Yep. And if she would have owned all of her stuff, I think she could have avoided that. But anyway, that's for another dollar and another day. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really interested in this Nick Cannon being in is it Taisha Mitchell and Kel Mitchell's bed some time back with her cheerleading outfit on and in her panties and doing a little show for Kel while he's halfway. I don't know if he was naked. Now let me stop adding stuff. While he's
Right.
halfway in covers, according to Taisha, and she so happens to walk in. I think they're all like 18. I think Nick was 15. This is some stuff. Now, why is this important to talk about? Well, let's get into this DL culture because for us people, I think it's just the honest thing to do to just be honest. I don't
Right.
know how else to say. We need to know these things. And it's okay to stand in your truth, to express your sexuality however you feel you need to. That's not really the point. But I have a question because some of us think that this is real. Some of us think that this is just kind of like her way of getting back at Kel, because they had like a big divorce debacle like a couple of years ago. So I don't know if this is something that she's doing because she's trying to get clout, raise awareness, start gossip, start some foolery and buffoonery,
Right.
or what? But do you guys think that because Nick and Kel, they're actors? Do you think this was a part of like the shenanigans rehearsal?
I mean, I don't think she lying, but you never really know with people. I feel like she probably was just waiting for the right moment, like most people. And she just waited. And then when the opportunity presented itself, she just was like, okay, yeah, this is what's going on. Let me give y'all story time. Oh, Jack said she has a book coming out. So, right, that could be it as well. Promotion.
Oh, wow. That is probably it. So she might be doing some kind of tell all. But do you think that's right? Like, what do you think about that? Her telling all their bedroom business and stuff. She obviously has different things to say about how Kel is DL.
Right. Well, maybe that's affecting her. Maybe for so long she was his beard. And now she's ready to speak out. Shit.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's her Pennsylvania privilege.
What you say, Peace?
I said that's her Pennsylvania privilege if she wants to speak out. I mean, for myself though, like whatever happens behind closed doors, I'm not going to bring it to, social media. But yeah,
Right.
some women are opportunists.
Right.
Some women like to make money. They don't have any other options, so they expose. So, or some people feel like maybe it's therapeutic. Maybe you need to seek a therapist rather than,
Let you.
then airing out all your dirty laundry and stuff. But
or she probably seen him up here talking about all them babies he was having and all that other stuff, and she probably was like, "No, the truth needs to be out."
yeah,
Like he out here having those babies, but do y'all know that he out here dancing in cheerleader outfits? Like, and that's only one part. Like I said, we don't know what else happened. Like, I mean, but even still, if he's 15 and they were 18, that is some weird stuff.
It's so weird.
That's weird.
Why was he wearing her underwear? That's the sickening and bizarrest thing ever.
But they do stuff like that in Hollywood. They do stuff like that in Hollywood, allegedly. Yeah, like I was watching this series on TV about this young boy where something happened to him in Hollywood. And they tried to shut his parents up. Like, they try to blacklist you, blackball you, all that other stuff. So I feel like maybe she just was at her point, like, listen, I'm going to get mine out. Everybody trending, she had a story on him. Now, don't get me wrong. I agree with you, Peace. Like, I wouldn't just be out here telling my business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get a divorce and move on happily. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's showing that a little bit of bitterness from her side. Like, because if you knew this all this time, for me, it's like, well, I hope you know that you're not innocent either. Because if you were there, you knew about this. How do you think you look?
Right.
Correct.
Like,
she might have been young and naive, but at the same time, she waited a whole over a decade, right?
Right. She wasn't that young and naive that she kept it once again, and she kept it for her own, for her own purpose. It's not like, I don't know. I just feel like she waited for the right opportunity to put it out. Now, why? I don't know. Like,
she got bills to pay.
Right. She was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get mine.
She's like, I got a light bill to pay.
Mm-hmm. She said, I got things to do.
A mortgage. Do they have children?
I don't
know if they have children.
I'm not sure.
If they do have children, that definitely is that's foul,
Yeah, it is, because you're putting your dad's business, her children's dad's business, sexual bedroom, adult business, all out on Al Gore's internet.
Right.
Oh Lord, not the sexual in the bed. Jesus.
Jack but anyway, one kid.
Oh, they have one kid.
And then to me, that's even weird, because it's like, why would you do this if you got a kid together? Like, I don't know.
Opportunist.
Right.
Yeah. It's screaming, I don't have any tact. I don't have any self-respect. Because this is your ex-husband, mind you. This is your family that you're talking about. Hey, Nick. Did you guys hear that Nick Cannon allegedly wanted to have so many children because he needs bone marrow?
What? I could believe that, because that's like that guy on Netflix, that doctor that had all them babies. He remind me of that guy.
Yes. But not oh my God.
From Our Father,
Our Father. Yeah, he remind me of like Our Father. Like, he just doing some weird stuff. It's like, what is the purpose? And like they said on a Wild 'N Out clip, and I'm glad that somebody said it. Why is all your cast, majority of your cast, non-black? Why is majority of your baby mamas non-black, but you want to be up here with the turban on, trying to speak up for black people?
Right.
Now you got a point about that.
Like, and I'm not saying that he got to have a black baby mama, but he's very selective. All his baby mothers damn near look the same.
They do. Mm-hmm. They do.
Like a blueprint.
Yeah, right. It's like, right. He want all of his kids to look the same. And how can he do that to Mariah? Like, I can't even believe him.
Forget Mariah. I feel sorry for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to all, it's just, they're all coming from different households. I don't agree with it. I think
that's weird stuff. That's very weird.
I don't think he gets away with it because we live in a patriarchal society. And I feel that because he has money, he gets away with it as well.
Right.
But let a woman sit up there and have however many kids. I don't even know what number he's on now.
Right.
This is
But
Nobody knows.
plus the one that passed away, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, no, he got like 2 more baby mamas with babies on the way right now.
Yeah, well, including Mariah is 12, I think now. Then
Jesus,
Let
Lord.
a woman sit up there and have 12 kids by 12 different men or 8 different men, right?
that's just
Can
Right.
you imagine? So,
I mean, look what they said about Black China or Amber Rose, like having babies by other different, rappers. You have a baby by more than one rapper, then you're automatically, a used product. You're, they already have a label on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate. And then you see somebody like Nick Cannon up here doing this all willy-nilly, left and right. Like, come on.
it's the unsanitation and the unhealthiness of it all, too, for me. You know how I feel about cleanliness and sex.
Right. Like, even my thing is, even if he getting oppressive to me, I just think that's weird. Like, what he's doing is so weird. Why you just can't have one woman to have babies with?
Yes. And what if it is really to get the kids' bone marrow? Isn't that unethical? Shouldn't that be illegal? Now, I don't know a lot about the law, but can you just use your children's bodily fluids and their bones and stuff for your
own? I don't think so, especially without their permission.
If they're minors, and the parents have all the medical authority, but
that's why he picked those women, because he knows that they're gonna run with his agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Oh, that's just so disturbing to me.
It is. It's so disturbing, Lord.
Oh my God.
I can't even deal with a person who got 2 baby mamas, let alone 22, 17, 38. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's
but yeah, teach his own,
Yeah, we're not here judging, and we're just here making observations. This is not something that we would personally do.
Right.
But to each their own.
That's all I have to say about Nick Cannon. Every Friday.
What'd you say, Cubs?
Nixon said he better buy a McDonald's. Jack said he better take them to McDonald's, and Nixon said he better buy a McDonald's. I said, right, buy that McDonald's and take his kids there. All of them meet up at McDonald's every Friday and just let them run around inside of that little play thing that they got over there.
Girl, bye.
That's the only way you're gonna have all of them together at one time.
Can you imagine all those women, everybody together for the holidays? That is just, I know Mariah is not gonna have any parts of that.
Right. That's why I said I feel bad for my girl Mariah. She probably like, oh my God,
girl, please. Mariah is in Aspen somewhere. She ain't thinking about none of this shit.
No, she's not, but still, like, she's an icon. She's a legend. I'm sorry. And it's like, Nick Cannon, why would you do that? Like, you didn't know when you was with her, when you was married to her, that you want to have all these babies by all these other different women. Like, when did this come about?
I don't know. Probably read it in a book somewhere.
He said he probably read it in a book somewhere. Right. He probably did. He definitely probably did.
Listen to what Sincere Saida said. Just recently, a Hebrew Israelite man starved his children to death. And isn't Nick subscribed to that belief? They seem to do odd things. I don't know if he is a Hebrew Israelite, but that's oh my God, that's sad.
That's interesting.
That's tragic. Oh
my God.
Now he's a weirdo. I wouldn't put anything past Nick. He's so weird. I like Nick Cannon, but he's just a strange brother to me.
Yeah, he's very weird.
Mm-hmm. But he's gonna get clowned on his own show, so I'm looking forward to seeing those little clips. He's gonna get clowned about this Kel Mitchell thing, and they're never gonna let his procreation disasters.
They're right.
Him. I don't.
Oh, they're gonna try to make a joke out of it to kind of, you know how they do in this industry. They'll make it a joke. They'll make it seem unbelievable. They want to discredit her. Like, so we'll see how that plays out on that TV show.
We sure will.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Please continue to drop your comments in the chat, because you guys are having some interesting things to add to this conversation. All right, can you all see the picture up here?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So this is Cam Newton and Jasmine Brown. So According to Gossip.com, Jasmine Brown, known by many as Watch Jazzy, is catching a lot of heat online for her recent appearance on the Lovers and Friends with Sean Boardroom podcast. During her appearance on the podcast, which features the host and her guests talking about relationship dynamics, Jasmine reveals she is happily submissive to her rumored boyfriend, NFL quarterback Cam Newton. Watch Jazzy made the admission when the topic of Brown's biggest flex came up, revealing that her bragging point is just how much she spoils her man. And I quote, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. I pretty much read his mind. She told host Sean, if I know you and I study you, I know how you are in the morning. I know how you are by midday. Before you can even ask me for something, I'm already on it. He's spoiled. So that's actually a quote from the interview. I want to play the actual interview. You should be fine though. I'm going to try and share my screen here so you guys can hear it. Okay.
Okay.
You should be fine though, Andrea, because it's from another site. Okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready? Let's.
Just making sure all the things that he wants, and like I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, oh, how are you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be there. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining. But my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you.
It's your joy.
It is my joy. I love to see him eating the meal that I cook. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, So know what that means. And that works for us because he wants what I have to offer.
What are you getting from all that you're giving? What are you asking for in return?
Okay, so that response didn't play out, but I'm curious to know, as I'm sure all of you.
Right.
But as I continue, it seems like Jasmine already knew the backlash was coming, responding to the idea that her pampering could be considered enabling. As for her boyfriend, he doesn't pay attention to the naysayers, with Brown alleging he says, of course they are going to say that. They don't have anyone doing it for them. Another admission during the episode got viewers even more riled up, with Jasmine explaining that she has anal sex with Cam, even though she doesn't enjoy it because he does. Raise your hand if being privy to this information makes you uncomfy. So these are my thoughts.
Tell us.
So really quickly, I had to look up. I wanted to go by the textbook definition of submissive. So submissive, according to the dictionary, is you are ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly, obedient, or passive. Okay. Another definition was to be submissive is to obey or yield to someone else. When you are submissive, you submit to someone else's will, which literally you put your own desires lower than theirs. Now that
I have a problem with that last part, and
that last part made me uncomfortable.
And the whole part.
That last little part made me really, really uncomfortable. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like when you're in a relationship, the man is the leader. You know, I do
Mhm.
believe that. I do feel like it's a partnership when,
Yeah.
especially when you are married. Okay, like they are just,
Right.
she's doing the most, and they're not even
And
married.
they're not even married. They just got together.
Yeah, she's doing the absolute most, packing his bag. Like, I mean, she's a full on nurturer. She's a full on nurturer, like she's his mom. And so
Right.
that's what makes it a little bit creepy, you know? Like he's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
So it makes me uncomfortable that she's doing so much for him so early on, and he does
Right.
have this background of cheating and being very disrespectful to the mothers of his kids. You know, like he really
Right.
is a player out here in these streets.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it just makes me very uncomfortable. I feel like she's doing a whole lot. I can't believe out of everything she's accomplished in her life and in her career, her biggest flex is catering to him.
Right.
That whole thing just makes me completely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is the one that God has sent for you. You know, it's just I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I understand wanting to love people. I really do. I'm one of those people. I do love hard, but you have to have some discernment on when to lay it on thick. Like if
Right.
we're not married, I feel very uncomfortable giving you everything.
Right.
Yeah. And that sounds exactly like what she's doing. She's doing a lot.
Right. She's doing the most.
The most,
Yeah.
like the absolute most. I mean, if you're laying there and if you're listening to him breathe, like to see if he's falling asleep, like it was just too much. Like, oh my gosh, it made me uncomfortable. That's my thought.
You think she's trying too hard? Because there's one thing with compromising and making compromises in your relationship, but it seems to me like maybe he's the type of person that is like insatiable. Like you can never, no matter what you do, you're not going to please him all the way. So she's trying to do anything and everything to try to keep him and please him. But in the end, she's going to really realize that all of that made no difference.
Right. It made no difference at all.
Right. It's not going to make him stay. It's not going to yield him to her will. It's just really putting herself out and making herself uncomfortable in more ways than one.
Oh, girl.
And can you use another example? I mean, did you have to use that?
So basically, he's not pleasuring you in the bedroom.
Period.
Or you have to do something that you don't like. That tells you a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like you're having anal sex with the man that, you know, you're just doing it because he likes it, but you don't like it. To me, that is a huge red flag because there's a lot of problems with that for me. Any man that's want to be out here just poking and doking you in the butt all willy-nilly, you know, I'm just going to say something ain't right with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so like he knows that he's giving you pain, and he's still going to do it. That's
right, and he's
crazy.
doing it because you're letting him do it. That's the pleasure that he's getting from it. He's only sticking around because of what she's allowing him to do. And to her, she feels like if I show him this sense of submissiveness and if I show him that I can be this, then basically I'm showing him that I'm different than the rest. But what she got to understand for me is men are hunters by nature. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Men like passive aggressive women, and I'm just being honest, like, you know what I'm saying, women like this, they really don't get far. In 2 more years they won't be together. He'll be cheating on her, she'll probably get a baby out of it, but she'll be just like one of Nick Cannon wives, like, okay, I'm just the baby mother, we're still figuring it out. You know, ultimately I feel like with a lot of these girls, you know, she just want to be seen. She want her moment with somebody. She want that famous moment, that moment of saying like, oh my God, you know, I'm with this famous person or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's like, that's not the way she portrays herself. That's why I even said it to you. I'm like, I didn't even know that was Watchazzy.
Right.
I was confused with the K. I was like, hold the F up, you know, and
it's so contradictory to her brand, like, her persona.
And don't get me wrong, listen, I'm a thug, you know, I ran the streets, of course, like, you know, but you know, I would say I'm passive submissive to my man, you know, but I don't make his lunch. I mean, I would make his lunch. I don't have a problem with making his lunch or anything like that. But, you know, my man is also you know, he don't mind doing things himself. He's very independent himself. And I feel like that's what any woman want to see. I don't want to feel like you just got to depend on me. I want to see that you could do it without me. You know, so for her, she wants him to have all that dependency on him because she feels like he'll stick around.
Yeah, I'm a lunch maker.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, you know,
there's nothing wrong with that. I like to prepare meals.
I'm not doing nothing that's uncomfortable to me, and my man is not even making me do nothing that's uncomfortable to me.
Yeah, right.
He's not making.
You're gonna let him put pain on you to please him. How does that sound?
Right.
That's so unhealthy. It's gonna do her more damage than good. But
right, she's gonna be on pins and needles. She over here saying, "Oh, I try to think about what he wants before he wants it." Girl, what's wrong with you?
You know what this is a sign for me? That someone is willing to do this so early on. First of all, he probably groomed her in some kind of way to try to anticipate his needs. Secondly, this is the beginnings of a narcissistic relationship.
Right. He's a womanizer, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. A narcissist will make you try to anticipate their needs before they even speak them. They'll train you to do these things to make them happy, but in the end, all they are is self-serving. So all this that she's feeling loved because she loves to be a nurturer. She loves to give, but she's gonna eventually get sick and tired of not having any kind of reciprocation. That stuff is gonna wear her down quick.
Right. Then she's stupid because my thing about it, if you throwing all that freaky beaky stuff, I don't know how long you've been dealing with each other. You ain't get a ring yet, girl. No, you got is like one out.
You taking it up the butt. I'm sorry, but
girl, you is doing too much.
Doing way too much.
I'm sorry, my phone died, so I can't respond to anybody in the chat. But hi everybody. Hey McClure.
I agree, Neek. I feel like she does sound really pressed, and she sounds like she has extra low self-esteem. I feel like she can feel the competition knocking right at his door.
Right.
And you know, I feel like she feels like it's a competition, and you know, she's
gonna be like the girl that dates that African comedian that lets him go out and sleep with other women. That's what is eventually going to happen. He's gonna just run over her. That's really what's gonna happen.
Well, I hope she's into polyamory.
That's what he's gonna give her, polyamory.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like. I hope she's into it. You know, and some women are.
Yeah.
I think she's just into whatever, because in her mind, unfortunately, she just feels like it's him. So I have to devote everything to him. Yeah, Michael Blackson. Thanks, Sneak. Yeah. You know, she feels like, oh, it's him. So I'm just gonna pour everything in. Like she said, she's a nurturer, and all women are nurturers by you know, that's just who we are. But you have to learn who to do that with. You have to be more cautious about your love and who you give your love to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he broke up with his baby moms. He was disrespectful to her. And then all of a sudden, he just with you. And we're supposed to just believe it's because you let him do whatever he want to do. You don't think that woman, this baby mama, was letting him do that? Because she was. And he just got up out of there because he wanted something new. And when he gets tired of her, he going to want something new. And he going to tell her, I didn't tell you to do all them things.
Exactly. I ain't tell you to do all that.
Right. He gonna say, I ain't tell you to do all that shit. You think that because you want to do that.
And basically his response was, yeah, they mad because they not good. Huh?
You said his response was what?
Yeah, basically his response is like they mad because they're not having anyone pamper them. That's basically his response. That's some
Well, it was a lot of women that she got backlash from, not men. That's first of all. And I'm pretty sure any person that is in a position like Cam Newton has a woman like her.
Right.
You're just not online telling everybody, okay? They don't have to make a thing like this. She's so thirsty. Yeah, she was so thirsty just to put it out there. That's what I feel like. Because every man, and especially a man of like him in football, basketball, and sports, I'm pretty sure they have a woman that is being submissive to them, passive submissive, or whatever that is, but they have what he have. And he knows that, but he just wanted to say that ultimately to make her feel good. Like, oh, okay, yeah, they just mad because X, Y, and Z. If that's the case, why the fuck you ain't gonna lie with her and say how you appreciate her for everything she's been doing for you?
Exactly.
Tell everybody what you really be doing for her.
He didn't match her energy at all.
Right. He just put up a post. Like, that's the least you can get, girl. You better start paying attention.
Well, I hope she knows she signed up for polyamory.
Yeah, when you done,
I think she did too. I think she did too. But we gonna pray for her.
You can pray for her.
You sure are.
He said you can pray for her. I'm gonna pray for her. Hey, McClure, baby. I'm gonna pray for her because it's just so sad that women feel like you gotta be that kind of person to get a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very unfortunate. I see this in a lot of women. They feel like, oh, if I just give him everything, if I don't do this, it's like, girl, you're gonna kill yourself. You better learn how to speak up.
Yeah, you don't want to pour so much.
That knows how to speak up, because guess what? You better believe a man is a king and a woman is a queen. If you ever played chess, you know the queen is the only person that can move. Okay. So any real man is gonna know that, and he's gonna play by that. Even if he's the head, my man is the head, but you better believe I'm the motherfucking body. Okay.
Girl, why you getting mad? Is that Jersey?
Because I'm so upset with her,
Somebody give her to snap, okay?
I got upset thinking about her, like, girl, like, because we all was rooting for you, girl, like, but it really just shows you how people will do anything, on social media. They're portrayed to be any type of person. That's not who they really are.
But you know what? Yeah, right, exactly. And I think that's the thing that is really hitting home, because it's like, okay, on your channel, you seem like this bad bitch who's not going to take shit. And ladies, you need to be hip to this. These are the type of games niggas be playing and stuff like that. And then to see how submissive she is to someone that's not even her husband is a bit much. It's like, girl, you about to lose yourself.
You ain't even got a ring. My thing about it, if you was doing so well, I don't give a fuck for 3 months. You can put a ring on your finger and say, yeah, I want you to know that this is going somewhere.
Right, at least an engagement ring.
Right, a promise ring or something. We know Angel got about 13 of them, so you could give out a promise ring.
Right.
But we're gonna pray for.
How long have they been actually dating, Peace Love?
I don't know. I think it's only been a few months. I think
they came out when the Kentucky Derby happened, like less than 3 months ago is when they first was spotted out.
So, at
the
best,
Kentucky
probably
Derby
by
was
the
just
beginning of the
about
year.
a month and a half ago.
Basically, like it was like 3 months ago. I want to say. Maybe like 3 months ago.
They've dated long enough for him to put a ring on that finger, for her to do all that. Like, they did it long enough. If she's doing all of that and there's no ring on that finger, something is wrong.
Especially y'all ain't even been together for a year. I could see if y'all been together and y'all doing different things and whatever, but it's like y'all ain't even been together that long.
Yeah, he hasn't even been around for all 4 seasons.
But she gonna be the same person that come out with one of the stories that be like trying to talk to people, saying all the effed up things that he did to her later, unfortunately.
But it also could be a cultural thing, because in a lot of Hispanic cultures, it's all about catering to your man and stuff. Yeah. But still, you can't be a doormat.
Still, there's an extent, a boundary that you gotta put up. But if she's willing to do these things so early on, my concern is what else is she willing to do?
Right.
Losing her own self, her own sense of self, and what she needs. Like, like you said, Peace, are her needs even being met? Or is she so hyper focused on taking care of her man?
It'd be different if they was doing it to each other. Like she's saying, oh, we know everything about each other. Like, when I don't feel well, he automatically gets up. He knows to make me tea. She just talking about everything she do for him. Like, can we make it even, girl? At least a little bit.
Right. And he was just like, yeah, that's because they mad. That was his only response. Oh, they mad.
Just like a typical man. Mad, babe. They just mad.
Right.
They just mad.
Nah, you ain't got nothing else to say? I mean...
Right. That's all you had to say was they just mad. Like, no. And even when she was at the Esther's Fest, she had spoke about it a little bit. And she was saying people was upset with her over what she said, over the little viral clip, without watching the whole video. But I think that regardless of what, that viral clip said a lot. And even hearing more of it says even more. Like, it's just like, girl, listen, I'm not hating nobody. I don't knock nobody. Listen, if it makes you happy, I love it. But I just hope that you knew what you was doing by putting yourself out there with the clown nose. And I hope that you really get something out of it. You better change this game, because if you don't, baby, you're going to be clowned like motherfucker.
She's going to be in a world of hurt.
And you better believe every man that comes after him is going to trash you and pass you, baby.
Oh, absolutely.
They say, "Oh, you was doing this for him. Let me act like I care a little bit just to make you do this to me," and then they just gonna lead you on to do the same thing.
Right, because you done put all your business out there.
Right.
I'm taking anal. I'm packing his bags. Girl.
I know what he thinking before he thinking. Like, bitch, that's a
yes.
I'm
I'm feeling his heartbeat.
Right, because I know I'll be looking at my man sometimes. I'll be trying to see what he's thinking about, but goddamn it, I ain't got that good. So he up here, like, I'm like, what you thinking about? And I'm like, okay, because I thought I could read your mom. Now I'm be over here thinking I could. I'm like, shit, if she did it, bitch, I'm doing it. I'm gonna use it. I will use
the one thing that just you can heal him. It's like, that's just too much. I'm his healer. Like, girl, are you healed? Are you whole? Right. Because you don't sound like it.
You know, but I think she also do know a lot about herself. A lot of people who really do a lot of work on themselves, they can understand that they are healers, right? Because I am a healer, right? I like to help people before myself, like, you know what I'm saying? And even at the cost of myself, sometimes I will do that, unfortunately. But I think that's just in my chart, like, you know, but I ain't dumb now. I ain't gonna be out here like, boy, let me help you, treat me like crap, or treat me like I'm not the one. No, I'm not you're right. I'm not the one or the two, baby. I'm never got no higher. And we gonna treat each other good together. Like, you treat me good, I treat you good. Because you're the man. You're supposed to lead.
Right.
You're supposed to show me that this is why you're going to be investing in this, because I'm going to lead us to that promised land. So, I don't know, but we gonna see, girl. I guess we gonna see what's going on.
We sure will.
Oh, cool.
All right, Cut. You ready? You ready to talk about your topic?
Yes, girl. Come on.
All right, girl. Let's see.
Okay, y'all. So I wanted to talk about this whole situation with Macy Gray. I know it's very a sensitive topic for a lot of people. But I do think it is something that we should talk about. Like, you know, so I'm going to read what T.S. Madison had to say. And then I'm going to play the clips from Flame Monroe and also Macy Gray. So T.S. Madison took to Twitter and said, I honestly think that every logical thinking trans person understands the difference between male and female. That has never been my debate. My thing is, I'm not a man, and I stand on that wholeheartedly. This confused those who are ruled by social constructs. Now, I want to say this first about this. I love T.S. Madison. I really, really, really do love T.S. Madison, but I don't know if a lot of people been on YouTube. But about a year ago or 2 years ago, I think she was attacking Nick at Night, calling her fish. So my thing about it is, you can't say every logical trans understands the difference between a female, because you trying to big dog Nick at Night, like trying to make it seem like, oh, you're a female, you're a fish, and she's telling you as a woman, don't call me a fish, and you kept doing it. So I think that is misrepresentation for T.S. Madison to say, oh, well, any logical, but what about the unlogical people? Because unfortunately, there are a lot of trans women who do think that they are superior than a woman, unfortunately. Now, not everyone, of course, but there are a lot. And I think that T.S. Madison, she should speak on those people instead of trying to say, you know, just speaking for her. We understand that she's not a man, and we respect T.S. Madison, same way we respect Flame Monroe and any other trans person in our community. But I think that you have to have a little understanding for what the women do go through, because we do go through a lot when you are dealing with trans women. Unfortunately, some trans women do think they are superior than a woman. You know, I have a lot of trans friends, and I love my trans friends. I really do love them. But trust me, they will give you a kiki like, girl, the boys want us. They don't want y'all. Like, and I mean, some of it be true, because a lot of them be in a closet or DL, but I think that it should be a better line of understanding with trans women and just women, you know, and that's just, you know, how I feel about it. I'm going to play what Flame said, because I thought it was amazing what she said.
Good evening, everyone. My name is comedian Flame Monroe. I am a transgender woman or person, however you describe it. And this message is directly for Macy Gray. Macy Gray, I want to tell you out the words of my mouth from my portion of the LGBTQIA plus community that I wholeheartedly support you. And thank you for seeing the real world for what it is. I do not believe that you are transphobic or homophobic or any other kind of phobic. I believe that you know science and biology, because here are the three things. Gender is a fact, identity is how you feel, and sexuality is your desire. And you are absolutely right, because until you have the heart and mind of a woman, I don't believe that you could ever possibly be a biological woman. Trans women are trans women. Trans men are trans men. Women are women and men are men. It is as simple as that. There shouldn't be any argument about this, because here. Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
My name is
and I'm just going to play the clip from
I'll ask
Macy
you
Gray.
what a woman is. What would you say?
Let's say a human being with boobs. You just start there.
Yeah, I mean, the dictionary is quite straightforward. It just
And
says
a
a human,
vagina.
adult, female,
Yeah.
right?
Now a lot of people, yeah, see that's a little getting confusing. The whole he, she, they, that's gonna.
And I'm not sure why, really. It's a bit like this whole issue of transgenders in sport. It's like I support all trans rights to fairness and equality.
Me too.
But not where you have people born to obvious physical superior bodies,
Me too.
transitioning and then thrashing the women at their sport.
I totally agree. And I will say this, and everybody's gonna hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery.
Because people do feel that if I asked you what a woman is, what would you say?
Okay. So, what do you guys think about this situation? Do you guys think that, Macy Gray is, possibly got the homophobia in her? Do you think that it was, wasn't wrong what she said? Or, how do you feel about this situation?
I like what is his name? Storm Monroe?
Flame Monroe.
Flame Monroe. Oops, sorry. I know who Storm is.
Mm-hmm.
I like Flame Monroe's position on it. I think, he's making it clear, what does he go? What is his pronoun? Is it he, she? She's making it very clear. A trans woman is a trans woman and a trans man is a trans man.
Right.
You're not woman, you are a trans woman. You're not man, you are a trans man. You
Right.
know? And so I think it doesn't get any more simpler than that, I can see why, Macy Gray's position may
offend
people. Affect people, get them a little stirred up. But I feel like there's truth to it. There's truth to what she said.
Right, because they're talking about sports, and I agree on that. Like, it's already hard for women in sports. If you ever played sports growing up, trust me, it's hard. Look how long it took for us to get a WNBA.
Right.
And it's like now you got somebody coming in, even though you changed, your body parts or, whatever they may be, but now you're coming in and you have an upper advantage over me. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I want equality for everybody as well, but I don't think it should come at the expense where we have to move over and say, okay, I'm going to play sports knowing that 9 times out of 10, I may not win.
Right.
I think that they should make their own sports for trans women. That would be amazing to allow them to have their own stage where they don't have to be in, they are deserving of that, to have their own sports and, things like that.
That's a brilliant idea.
Right.
Honestly,
I think that would be amazing.
I don't think Macy Gray was being transphobic at all. I think that, yes, she probably ruffled a lot of people's feathers, but that is her opinion. She's entitled to it. And what she said about, I think it was offensive to some, but I think there was a lot of truth in it. And it's hard for trans women to accept it because they fight so hard to be women. They fight so hard to be seen as a woman. And I think that, I don't know, what else am I trying to say? I don't think it was transphobic. I just think that, then I think Flame Monroe.
Yeah.
I think he really justified what Macy said.
Right.
And I feel like that was so powerful from a transgender person, because he made it very clear where he stands, and I think there's no fault in what either of them said.
Right. I mean, I agree. I mean, I definitely agree, because, you know, I don't think that Macy Gray said anything wrong. I think maybe her wording of maybe the way it sounded, but to me, that's Macy Gray. Like, you know, she sounds like that all the time. Like, so I don't, yeah, I don't think it's a situation where it's like, oh my God, she's attacking us. I think what she said was her truth of how she feels about the situation. And the host also agreed with her. So why he didn't get no backlash? Like, that's my thing, is like, we're selective about where we want to put that energy. But I think what Flame did was amazing, coming out and speaking. Flame is very known in the community. Flame has been around for years. And any trans person, I believe, know who they are. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they fight so hard to, you know, to be women, because that's who they want to be. And that's even for trans men, you know, girls who want to be boys. I know that this is a fight for people, and I'm never going to take anything away from them, but I do think it's unfair that they think that they could just take things away from us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're talking about sports. It's not like she just was talking about women in general. You know, we got to focus on what they were talking about. They were talking about trans in sports. They weren't talking about trans better than women. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were talking about trans in sports and how, you know, you should be a woman when you play these sports, if that is what it is, you know? And I don't think anything was wrong with that. So I do hope that it could be a greater conversation, because we do need to have those kind of conversations. I agree on that 1,000%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
to have
and
better
shout out to you for
understanding.
mentioning that.
Mentioning what?
What'd you say, Cups?
No, what you said.
Mentioning the idea of mentioning the idea of having a sports league dedicated to trans people.
Listen, we see that happen so
I
many
don't think
times.
that's
The Jamaican bobslayers, they made their own team. Like, there is a way, like, you know what I'm saying, for this to happen. And I'm not saying to kind of discriminate against them, because I will hope that that's not discriminating. But yeah, I believe that will give them their own kind of lane to kind of be their own people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And ultimately, if you are a trans woman, there shouldn't be an issue with that, because you should know who you are, just like Flame said. So
I think will be a way to be inclusive. Although some trans people might just want to have it their way, you know, and be able to go into a men's league or women's league or whatever. But why not have a non-binary league?
Right. I mean, like, even when it came to football, when women wanted to play football, because I used to want to play football when I was younger, that's when it came out with flag football for women. So I feel like we can make a way for everybody. Why not?
Right.
You know, they do it all the time. So I think that is something to invest in for their culture, for all of our culture, because you never know what can happen for it. But I think that's a better way for me. Like, you know, but I love my people. I love my trans people, you know. But I think that it is a conversation to have. Like, it definitely is a conversation to have.
Right.
So
agreed.
So we just gonna pray for them. They said the host was Paris Morgan and has received backlash. Okay, so he did receive backlash. And I mean, I'm not gonna say that's good, but I just think that we live in this weird social media world. So, you know, we just gotta be more conscious, I would guess, and more thoughtful for everybody, not just one person. Like, we can't put somebody else to the side just to think about one person. We have to think about everybody. Yeah. So hopefully we get to that point.
Agreed.
All right, ladies. So I think that we are about done.
Yep, we're about done.
How about that?
Yeah.
Next
Shout out
time
to Really Be TV, you guys. Oh, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so she's on vacation right now, so she couldn't join us for this episode, but hopefully she'll be back for next episode.
Yes, because she brings it. I love hearing her speak. She knows about every single topic thoroughly.
Right.
It amazes me. But yeah, shout out to
I would
Really
say if they had an all
BTV.
transport team, that would definitely tell how well that works together, i.e. trans men and women playing football. It definitely would be interesting. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, that would definitely be interesting, right? Like a
Right.
trans. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's a lane for everybody, and I think that they should create their own lane. There's nothing wrong with that. And, I definitely think people will support them. Women definitely support them. I know a lot of men support the community as well. So, hopefully we can get to a better place.
Right.
Absolutely.
Jack get on my nerves. Jack said, the scariest thing I've ever heard from a trans woman is that they want a real man. Jack, bye. You got to go.
I can't say Jack.
Oh my God, Jack, bye. You got to go.
Yeah.
Jack, gotta go. All right, ladies, you can wrap it up whenever you guys are ready, Andrea.
All right, you guys. Yeah, we are gonna wrap it up. I want to thank everybody who came out, to hear us on the panel. We really love you. We're gonna be back again in 2 weeks on Peace Love's channel.
Nope, Really Bees. We're gonna go back to Really Bees. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Because we were supposed to be on her channel today. That's right. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, you guys. So again, thank you so much. We love you. And you guys have a great rest of your night.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.